In the weekend astrology of February 10th and 11th, we have, of course, very special but small transits that are happening, and in a way they're kind of adjusting our mood more than any particular huge action that we might be taking. And those would be Mercury in a square with Jupiter, as well as Venus in an octile with Saturn. And so essentially in both of these areas throughout our lives, throughout our friendships, our business partnerships, our work life, our relationships, we are essentially called to act with a great deal of restraint, to use reasonable levels of patience, and to hold back from jumping the gun. And for this weekend in entirety, it's not so much that we're going to be limited or demanded that we have to see the other side, or that we have to take things slowly. It's more just that when we have such big opportunities like Mercury square Jupiter, and there's a lot of good, like there's a lot of positive things that can happen during that time, we also are met with certain information challenges, different challenges that are going to come up with people accidentally giving us the wrong information, people intentionally doing so, certain situations where we thought that we wanted something, we went for it, and we ended up, being turned down for that situation, only to find out that there's a better situation that's kind of waiting there for us if we are patient enough to be able to see that, not giving up on situations too quickly or too soon. And with Venus, this is in a much more kind of personal way. Venus in this octile with Saturn, it's especially with this particular octile, this is much more about getting more information and waiting until you have all the facts, because some of the things that are going to seem a certain way, like for example Venus octile Saturn, sometimes it will appear that a person is betraying you, they're talking behind your back, only to find out, there might be one of those examples where they're planning a surprise party, or they're, like they are keeping a secret. That part's true, but they were actually keeping a really good secret from you, in a way to help you or assist you in some way. And so it's really important to understand that we don't have all the facts with the octile. Now with the square, Mercury square Jupiter, we definitely do see things as they are, but we are still called to really be patient, and not to not be angry, but to transmute the anger that we have, or the anger that we feel. It's very natural during these transits to feel incredibly frustrated, incredibly angry at people, and to want naturally to snap and to just jump to it, because it's better to handle something wrong and to do so right there in that moment and get it over with, than it is to have to be patient and have to take on the responsibility for carrying the burden of doing things the right way. And so it gets very tempting, and it feels like doing something wrong is the great thing to do because it gets it all over with. But we are definitely challenged with these transits to really just kind of find our inner monk and take this anger and not get rid of it, but instead to allow it to be a battery for us to transmute this energy into something that we can channel positively. And it's easier said than done. It's much easier to just lash out, but that is what these transits are challenging us to do this weekend. So I hope that this has helped you guys out. I can't wait to talk to you all on Monday. We have some very special transits, and have an amazing rest of your day.